I have a lower body focused functional circuits class for you today. For equipment, you're going to need a single heavy weight. I'm using a single 20-pound weight, but I have a 15 off to the side, so if I need to modify, I'm going to go lighter. You are also going to need a yoga block or a thick book. We're going to have 1 foot on it. I am going to opt to use a nice thick textbook. This is actually a cookbook because my foot is huge and it hangs off the end of a yoga block, so this gives me a little more real estate. Final thing you are going to need is just a small pillow. We're going to have it under our knee just for a little extra padding in the final circuit, okay? But you won't need that until the end of class, so I'll just keep mine here. There we go. So structure of this class, it's broken up into 3 circuits. In each of the circuits, I'm going to give you 3 exercises. You do them back to back. The amount of time we spend on an exercise depends on what it is. It's 30 to 60 seconds. In total, since you do all 3 back to back, it's 2 minutes of work. You then rest and repeat. We're going to focus on unilateral work today, so that means one side of the body. So we'll end up completing 4 sets of each circuit, twice on the right, twice on the left, alternating. No jumping today. We're going to keep it all low impact. So your best way to modify, go lighter with your weight. So if you have options on hand, have a slightly lighter one nearby in case you do want to dial down the intensity. We'll start class with a guided warm-up focused on mobility and some dynamic movement to prepare our body, and we'll finish up class with a quick guided cool down. For our warm-up, let's start on the mat and we'll make our way to stand. So I want you to come to tabletop, and I want your feet together, your knees apart, kind of on the wide side, hands under shoulders, and we're just going to rock back and forward, reaching your bum back towards the heels, and then as you come forward, bring your hips a little farther forward than the knees towards hip extension. So we send it back, and we rock it forward. So what's going on here is we are externally rotated within that hip joint, and then we are flexing and extending through the hips, maintaining that external rotation. So we're going to do the opposite coming up next, and it'll probably feel very sticky. So give me one more here, back, forward, and now we're going to switch to find internal rotation within the hip joint. So bring your knees together, pull your shins apart, and now start to rock back and forward. Oh, it's going to be a lot smaller. Twice more. Okay, coming through center, let's bring those shins to parallel, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, so a nice square tabletop position. We're going to trace some hip circles. There we go. We'll start on the left side with a donkey kick. So keeping the knee bent, you're going to drive the foot up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to externally rotate, and you're going to swing that left knee up and out to the left so it's in this lifted hydrant position, and then you're going to lower it down. Keep moving in that same direction. So you kick, you rotate, you sweep, you lower. Really break it up into its parts. So this is slow, controlled movement. Last time this direction, we're not arching into our lower back, so maintain core connection. And now just reverse that circle. So you're going to start with a hydrant, lifting up and out to the left. You're going to swing it back. You're going to rotate to parallel, foot up towards the ceiling. You lower down. As you do this, try not to lean all your weight over into that supporting right side. Try to stay centered. I lost count, so just give me one more. Nice, and now from here, we're just going to do a hip hinge with an arm sweep. Give our wrists a little break before we do the other side. So slide the hips back and forward. I want you firing through the glutes as you come up. Tabletop in 3, 2, 1. Hands come back down to the mat. Let's do the same thing over on the right. So start with the donkey kick. Knee stays bent. You drive the foot up towards the ceiling without arching into your lower back. Externally rotate. Swing the right knee up and out to the right. Lower it down, same direction. Switch direction of those controlled hip circles. So you hydrant, swing it back, rotate to parallel, and lower. Last time. Lower down both knees. So we're going to go into the hinge, but just for a couple, and then we're going to hold the hinge. We're going to do a reverse fly in 3, 2, hold the hinge, arms reach forward, flip your palms in towards each other, reverse fly. So opening those arms up. Focus on the retraction of the shoulder blades across the back. As the arms go wide, those shoulder blades glide in towards each other. Maintain length of the back of the neck. This is a lower body class, but we're going to hold that weight at our chest. So our mid-back is going to be working to maintain neutral throughout the leg exercises. So we want to make sure that mid-back is nice and active. Give me 4, 3, hands down, and 2, 1. Hands to the mat, tuck your toes under, lift those hips up towards a down dog, pressing your heels towards the floor, and then bend the knees to a hover, so just a bear plank position. Up towards down dog, and bend to that hover. So I love this one because we're mobilizing through the big toe as we come to this bear plank, and mobilizing through the back of the legs, opening up through the calves, the hamstrings as the hips go up. 3 more. Next time those hips are up, you're going to hold them up. You're going to inchworm your hands in towards your feet, so you're going to forward fold. And then you're going to inchworm out to a plank and give me world's greatest. Foot steps outside, hand, twist open. Take it to the other side, stepping through plank. Once you've done one on either side, we inchworm hands into feet. We inchworm back out to plank and repeat. Let's do this combo one more time. We inchworm in. We inchworm it out. We're going to come into some dynamic movement up next. So you come to your plank, you inchworm it in, and this time from that forward fold position, I just want you to bend into one knee at a time, dipping the shoulder towards it, swaying side to side a little bit, pedaling out through the knees. We're going to roll it up to stand and find a nice wide stance for a side lunge, reach and twist in 4, 3, 2, 1. Vertebrae by vertebrae, roll it up to stand and find a nice wide stance. So you're going to side lunge to one side, reaching opposite hand towards that foot, and then take it across. So we have 3 moves. We'll go through them twice, and then warm up is over, and it's into our circuit work. Next up, we're going to pivot into a lunge facing the right, and it's going to be a knee drive of the back leg in and out to build a little heat in the body, gently elevate the heart rate. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now I want you to pivot to the right, so we're in a lunge. Back leg is straight, arms reach overhead, we're hinging forward. Drive the back knee in and out. Holding that kind of semi-lunge position on your right leg. We're going to grab our weight for our third move. It's just going to be a hip hinge to a squat in 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab the weight. You're going to hold it at your chest. It's a good morning hinge to a squat. I want your feet shoulders distance apart. From here, we're going to start by sliding the hips back, maintain a neutral spine. Bend the knees, lift the chest, drop into your squat. Drive the feet into the floor, come to stand. Hinge to a squat. And stand. Twice more. Weight goes down, find that wide stance, side lunge, reach and twist. Let's go through that again. You're going to pivot to the left for those knee drives in that lunge position in 4, 3, 2, 1. Pivot to the left, lunge position, arms overhead. Drive that back knee in and out, hands to knee. We finish up our warm up with that good morning hinge to a squat. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your weight. Hold it to your chest. Open through the chest. Connected to our mid-back. We hinge. We drop to a squat and stand. Preview of your first circuit coming up Give me 2 more here. Come to stand. Okay, here's a preview of your first circuit. For our first circuit, we are going to have our book or yoga block, and we're going to have 1 foot on it. We're going to hold the weight at our chest. First up, we're going to do hip hikes. So you start with the hips level, you're going to hike the hip up, and then you're going to drop the hip down. You're going to come through neutral, and you're going to give me a little abduction. So we tilt down, up, through neutral, abduction of the leg. From there, the second exercise, it is going to be a curtsy. You pulse on the curtsy, and then you come up, give me that straight abduction. Step it back to a curtsy, give me a pulse, keeping the foot on the book so it's elevated up to the abduction. Third and final exercise, we stay low, and it's a step from a curtsy to a square back lunge. Curtsy, square back lunge. Again, foot stays on the book, but any issues with your knees, you can always ditch it and have your foot flat on the floor. Not for the first one, though. We need that elevation in order to do the hip hike. So we're going to grab our weight, we're going to hold it at our chest. We are open through the chest, connected to our core, and you're going to mirror me. Let's start with our left side as the focus today. So spread out to that left foot, plant it firmly on your block or book, and we're going to have this right leg at a hover. So you're going to drop the right hip down, you're going to hike the right hip up, you're going to come through neutral, and you're going to abduct that right leg out to the side. So we tilt it down and up, through neutral, abduct. Now when you abduct, don't crunch into your waist, okay? Think of maintaining equal length through both sides of the waist, and it's just the leg moving within that hip joint, really firing into the outer hips and glutes. Up next, this hovering right leg, we'll step to a curtsy. Let's go. So right foot steps back, you're in a curtsy. Give me a pulse. Come up to that balance, abduct the leg, you're here for 60. Curtsy, pulse. Stand and abduct. Woo, lost my balance there. So to finish, we're going to hold low in that curtsy, and we're just going to step from the curtsy into a back lunge. All right, curtsy, back lunge. I just got to turn to face to the side. Curtsy, back lunge. Needed a little more room. Staying pretty low. Rest, 30 seconds. All right, we're gonna do that same thing, but on the other side. So your right foot will be on the block, left will be at a hover. You'll drop it, you'll hike it up. All right, let's do it. Right foot on your book. Left will be at a hover, so flex through the ankle. Let's go. Tilt it down, hike it up, come through neutral, abduction. That hip hike's a small movement. Drop it down, hike it up, find neutral. All right, so it's that abduction, and then we step to a curtsy. Give me a pulse at the bottom of your curtsy, come up and abduct. Now I want you to keep going. I'm just going to quickly change the direction of my book so that I don't have to do it when we get to the next one. All right, now from your curtsy, step to your back lunge. We stay low. Curtsy, back lunge. Stay open through the chest. Don't let your shoulders hunch forward. So we're really connected to our mid-back here and our core as we go through these lower body exercises. Rest, take 30. All right, we'll go back to left leg as the focus. Left foot will be on the book. Right at a hover. Flex that right foot. And we drop it down. Hike the right hip up. Bring it through center. Out to the side. Okay, from here, curtsy, pulse at the bottom, stand and abduct that leg out to the side. So the focus of this first circuit, a lot of glute med and outer hips. Curtsy lunges are a great way to hit the glute med, which is the muscle of the glutes that are kind of more on the side of our butt. Okay, from that low curtsy, step to a low back lunge. Low curtsy, back lunge, stay low. I'll stay facing you, I'll just push my book forward. Hopefully I'm still in frame. A challenge to a small space workout when I have to think about camera angles and fitting in the frame is that my couch often gets in the way. But I make it work. Rest, take 30. All right, one more time through, and then you get a new sequence of exercises, okay? Right foot will be on the book. If you have issues or imbalances in your QL, by the way, those hip hike exercises we're doing are really good for that. Okay, just a little aside. Right foot on your block or buck. Flex the left, let's go. Drop the left hip down, hike the left hip up. Find level hips and abduct out to the side. Balance and stabilizing on this right side. All right, curtsy. Pulse in that curtsy. Come up and abduct. Make sure that you can really stabilize through this right leg. I don't just want you swinging the left leg out to the side, okay? It's very controlled. And when that leg goes out to the side, it's not so much a crunch into the waist as it is firing into the outer hips and glutes. So I don't care how high up the kick is. All right, low curtsy, step to low back lunge. Slide my book forward, keep going. And done, awesome job. All right, you have a minute to recover. I'm gonna show you our second circuit. And I'm gonna give you 5 seconds of transition time in between so that we can set up for the next exercise because it's not quite as of a seamless transition. First exercise is gonna be a staggered single leg deadlift, and then you step out to a squat holding that weight. Deadlift, squat. From there, it is going to be a high pull coming out of that squat. Put the weight down, step to a back lunge, into your squat, high pull. When you step to the back lunge, the weight stays on the ground. Final exercise, you're going to stand that weight up on its end. It is going to be a clean into a back lunge, step to a squat as you return it. Clean to a back lunge, step to a squat. If the clean isn't working for you, just hold the weight at your chest and just step between a squat and a back lunge, squat, back lunge. All right, we're going to start on the left side. Let's go. All right, so left leg will be the focus, which means opposite right hand is going to grab that weight. We'll start with that staggered deadlift to a squat. So plant down through your left foot, and then the ball of the right foot is lightly on the floor about 6 inches behind you. You're not walking on a tightrope, hips distance apart. We'll do that staggered deadlift, and then we'll step the right foot out to our squat. So slide the hips back into your deadlift hinge. Bring it to the top. Step out to your squat and back to your staggered stance. Keep the weight close to your body when you do that deadlift. Fire through the glutes at the top. Up next, going to be that high pull with the right hand. Then we'll step to a back lunge. Left foot will stay planted the whole time. It's the right that'll step back. All right, let's go. So from your squat position, weight can go on the ground, okay? In between the feet and forward. Grab that weight with your right hand. High pull, bring it to the floor. Right foot steps back. You're in your squat. High pull. So for that high pull, keep the weight close to your body like you're zippering up a jacket. Elbow up to the ceiling. But don't initiate it by pulling with the arm. It's the hip hinge that starts it. So you drive your hips forward, and that creates the power to get that weight up. For our third exercise, we're going to stand that weight up on its end. It'll be that clean into a back lunge. Still starting in that squat position though. All right, let's go. So just stand the weight up on its end, okay? Grab it in both hands. You're now going to clean it as that right foot steps back and bring it forward. 30 seconds. Almost there. Woo, done. Okay, 30 seconds to rest. So we're gonna go through that whole thing on the other side. Right leg will be the focus. So right leg is going to be the focus, which means opposite left hand is gonna grab your weight. Gonna be that staggered deadlift, step to a squat. So plant down through your right foot, left is staggered behind. Square those hips open through the chest. Slide the hips back. Bring them forward. Step your left foot out into that squat, back to our staggered stance. First 2 exercises, 45 seconds. Third one is 30. 5 seconds of transition time in between them. Second exercise will be that high pull. And then you'll step to a back lunge without the weight. Left hand has the weight right now. It means left side's doing the high pull. All right, let's do it. So from your squat position, you're gonna grab the weight, high pull. Left foot steps back and forward, high pull. Your right foot stays planted the whole time. To get that weight, you're not rounding forward, you're open through the chest. That 30-second finisher move is tough to do following this one. Weight will stand on its end and we'll clean into our back lunge. Again, if cleaning isn't working, just hold it at your chest and step. All right, let's go. Stand that weight on its end, okay? Both hands grab it, clean as you step to that back lunge. And forward, oh man. Right foot stays planted. We stay low on the right side. Clean it, step it back, step it forward. You can do it. I'm gonna give you a minute to recover on the other end of this. Whew. Done. Okay, take a minute, full minute. We still have to do it twice more, once on either side, but I want to give you a longer recovery because I know this one is a little harder. If form is slipping, go lighter with your weight. Always an option. Okay, so we're going to go back to left leg focus, which means opposite right hand is going to grab that weight. We start with that staggered deadlift, so plant down through the left foot, stagger the right. Minimal weight in the right side, okay? It's just there's a kickstand to help us hold everything square, but it's not bearing a ton of weight. We really want to focus on this left leg. It's going to be that single leg deadlift, and we step the right out into our squat. Let's go. So in the deadlift, there is a little bend to the knee, but that's not how the movement is initiated. I want you to think hips back, first and foremost, hinge. Stay open through the chest, so don't let the offset weight pull you forward into a rotation, okay? Stay square. So again, goes back to that mid-back, staying connected to it. Next move is going to be that high pull, step to a back lunge. Let's go. Find your squat. Weight is on the floor. It's your right hand that's going to do the high pull. So grab the weight, high pull. Put it down. Left stays planted, right steps back and forward. When you come up for that high pull, think fire through the glutes. Also think brace through the core so that you don't hyperextend into your lower back. We'll stand the weight up on its end to finish, and we clean. Keeping the lower body pattern pretty similar to what we're already doing. Let's go. Stand that weight up on its end from a squat. Clean as you step to that lunge. Left foot stays planted, right steps back. Whew. Try to find a steady pace. I say as I pause. Oh, it's tough. Oh, done. Oh man. Okay, take 30 seconds. Oh, just got to go through that one more time. Okay, right leg will be the focus. Left hand will grab the weight. 2 minutes of work, we can do it. And then get a fresh set of exercises. Okay. Left hand has the weight, right foot is forward. Stagger the left back. Single leg deadlift, and then we'll step to a squat. Let's go. Right foot stays planted, left steps out and in. The first exercise, the first 45 seconds, not so bad, right? Think of maintaining a slight retraction through this left shoulder blade so you don't round the shoulder forward. All right, let's go. High pull, step to a back lunge. So your left hand grabs the weight, high pull, place it on the floor, left steps back and forward. Come on, under a minute of work to go, total. In this circuit anyway. Okay, stand the weight up on its end. From a squat position, you grab it in both hands. You clean as you step to that back lunge. To the floor as you step forward. Right foot is planted. Left steps forward and back. So close. Oh, done. Woo. Okay. Oh, minute to recover. I'm going to show you our third and final circuit. For this last one, I recommend a small pillow to have as padding for your back knee. First up, it's going to be a wood chopper, bringing that weight to your shoulder, and then a split lunge pulse, returning the knee back down, wood chopper, pulse. From there, we're going to move the weight to the other shoulder and remove the hand. We're going to do back lunge to a knee drive to a side lunge. Rack the weight, knee drive, step to your back lunge. So kind of making a triangular shape. Back, forward, out to the side, in. Final exercise just kind of takes out the stand and knee drive, and you move between that low side lunge into your low back lunge. Side lunge, back lunge, and you can tap down to the pillow or floor as you do that. So it's 30 seconds, then a 60-second move, then a 30-second move. You have 5 seconds of transition time in this one as well. All right, let's do it. So as we've been doing, we'll have our left leg as the focus to start. So right knee is going to be down. I like it on the pillow. Left foot is going to be forward. You're going to grab the weight in both hands. It's going to be the wood chopper. So to the outside of the right hip with a little hinge and twist to the torso, and then up to this left shoulder, and then we'll split lunge pulse the legs. Let's go. So the next move, instead of having the weight on this left shoulder, it's going to be on the right. And we won't rest the knee on the pillow in this next one. All right, let's go. Weight on your right shoulder, left arm reaches forward. So you stand a knee drive. Now you're going to side lunge, reaching the weight towards the inside of the foot. Exhale, rack the weight, come to your knee drive, and then just step to your back lunge. Knee drive. Knee drive, side lunge, knee drive, back lunge. Oop, what am I doing? If balance is an issue, bring the ball of this right foot to the floor instead of having it completely lifted in your knee drive. So we're going to kind of take out the knee drive up next, moving between the back lunge and the side lunge. All right, let's go. So from the back lunge, step to a low side lunge. Back lunge, clean the weight. Side lunge. Exhale, rack it to your shoulder as you kneel. You're not just jamming that knee down on the floor, though, okay? It's a controlled lower. And rest. Woo, take 30 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna do the other leg. I'm just gonna turn around so that I have space in that side lunge and I don't hit my couch. Woo. So now it's your left knee, that'll be down, right foot will be forward. Okay, gonna be that wood chopper to the split lunge pulse. Both hands have the weight to start. Wood chop to your right shoulder, pulse the legs. You can always go down and wait if you need to. As you come upright out of that wood chop, fire through the glutes, brace through your core. And by fire through the glutes, I mean on the left side. We'll switch the weight over to the other shoulder up next. Let's go. So weight is on your left shoulder, right arm reaches forward. Knee drive all the way in a stand. Step to your side lunge as you reach the weight towards your foot. Exhale. Rack the weight on your shoulder as you come to your knee drive. Step it into your back lunge. Here for 60 seconds. Don't rush it. We're focusing on balance and stability. In the last 30, we'll kind of take out this stand and knee drive, and we'll just move between the side lunge into the back lunge, racking that weight. Let's go. So from this back lunge, side lunge, reach the weight. Exhale, rack it, return. Core is working here a lot. And rest. Woo, okay, take a full minute. We're at the halfway point. We got to do that one more time each side. So as we've kind of been talking about, your mid-back is working, okay? Anytime we're doing weighted lower body exercises, really, there's a difference between feeling it in your mid-back and really working to fatigue, to strengthen those muscles, and straining though, and we do not want to strain. So if you're feeling pain, go lighter with the weight. Get the form down and then gradually progress the weight from there, okay? Okay, so we're gonna go back to left leg as the focus. There we go. All right, so we're gonna be right knee down on your pillow or the mat if that works for you, left foot forward. We're gonna grab the weight in both hands. Wood chop to the left shoulder, split lunge pulse. Again, on that wood chop, you think brace through the core, fire through those back right side glutes as you bring the weight up on to that left shoulder. Bringing it to the left shoulder for this one, but for the rest, we'll want it on our right shoulder. All right, move it to the right shoulder. So we have back lunge to knee drive, side lunge to knee drive, back lunge. Keep it going. Balance a lot harder for me on this side, I'm noticing. It's so hard for me on this side. This just demonstrates why unilateral work is so important. If you only train bilaterally or left and right working together, then you don't get to address the weaknesses we may have on right versus left or left versus right. Up next, we'll take out the knee drive. All right, so now we're just moving between back lunge into side lunge. Racking the weight as we go. Done. Oh, okay. 30 seconds to recover. Okay. Just got to do that one more time. One more time. And then we cool it down. Left knee will be down on our pillow. Right foot will be forward. Wood chopper to that split lunge pulse. Let's go. 2 minutes of work. We got it. Go. All right, move the weight over to your left shoulder. Back lunge to knee drive, side lunge to knee drive. You have under a minute of work total in this class. You can do that. We have just one more move to go where we essentially just take out the knee drive. Take out the knee drive. Back lunge, side lunge. Racking the weight as you go. You're 30 seconds away from your cool down. Brace through the core as you rack that weight. Stay open through the chest. Woo. Done. Oh, we did it. Awesome work. Put that weight away. Oh, I'll bring you to a cool down. We'll start with standing quad stretch. You can grab your right foot in your hand, drop the knees down, and then drop your tailbone down so we're open through the front of the hips and you can feel that stretch. And let's take it over to the other side. And now let's get the back of the legs. So let's take our right heel, plant it in front of the left about 6 inches, not tightrope, think train tracks, parallel. Bend into your back knee, slide those hips back. You can rest your hands on the thigh of the knee that is bent, or you can reach down and grab your foot for some extra traction. Come up and switch sides. Coming up, I want us to find a wide stance to finish, so we get a little release through the mid and upper spine. So nice wide stance, and we're just going to find a forward fold. Grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. Just let everything hang. Maybe nod the head yes, shake it no to just really relax. And then I want you to unlock through the knees. I just want you to start swaying side to side a little bit. Let go of all the tension. We'll settle in the center in 3, 2, 1. Settle in the center, release your elbows, and I want you to walk your hands over to the right. Grab the outside of the leg, the shin or the foot. And then over to the left, same thing. Coming through center, I want you to heel toe your feet in towards each other. And then very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, we're going to roll it up to stand. Go slow. I don't want you to feel lightheaded. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release. And that is your class. Awesome work today. I'll see you next time.